Ever fancied owning your own man cave? Follow us on a journey as we build one using basic hand tools, which will hopefully go from looking like this to this. Stay tuned to Man vs. Man Cave. Right, apart from the Great Escape, I don't know a lot about digging and tunnelling. But what I do know is that if you don't support the hole, then things start getting a bit tricky and things start collapsing on you. So our storage, we've started digging, as you can see down there, and in the hole. So I've started digging down, but we're already getting some stuff falling in there. So what the plans are now is I'm going to get some reinforcing bar, drive it down the edges, and then put some plastic sheeting, some of this pond liner stuff, weave it in between the bars all the way around just to support the soil, and then we'll build an inner frame and fill it up with concrete, so we'll get a reinforced wall at the end of the day. And hopefully, I mean, if we drill those bars down deep enough, I'm thinking maybe 2.5 meters, you know, then we can dig out enough space down there and have a little basement area for all these files. So that's the plan. So that should end up being about hopefully 2 meters deep in the end. Wish me luck. It's a lot of digging. One thing that is for certain, I'm not going to walk around the park and try and unload this out my trouser leg. We're definitely going to need a skip for this lot. Oh, I'm just cleaning out the rubble out the hole, and this little guy popped up. Let's have a look. Where's he go? Oh, there he is. A little bit shy by looks things. That's a toad, I guess. Let's get a little close up of his face so you can see. I don't think he's going to sing the frog chorus for us though. Win or lose, whoop, sink or swim, one thing is certain, we'll never give in. I feel like Johnny Morris now. Now you never know what you're going to get when you start digging a hole. And, looks like I've got some old tree or root or something down here. You know, a pain in the arse to get up as well. So I understand that Rod Stewart was a grave digger. I can see why he gave it up now. Singing's an easier career. Trust me, still. At least I might fit in some of those leopard skin trousers, eh? When I'm done. Or I'll be in the hole. Well, mound of mud is growing. Well, I haven't found any dinosaurs yet in the hole. Apart from me, of course. I'll say it before you do. But we're going to carry on digging. Found some weird stuff though. Found bits of metal down here. Found a scarf just now, so hopefully we're not going to find a body or anything down here. You know, no one's been down here for years. So there you go. Carry on. Well, it's been quite a dig, but I think we're finally there. Fooled you. Well, unfortunately we've got a long way to go, so check out my hole. So yeah, not bad. Look, so we're doing all right there. And then yeah, I'm going to get this rebar stuff now, drive it down just to hold this back while we dig down a bit deeper, and then we'll cover the plastic round. And I think we're going to probably build a block wall and fill in the back with cement as we go, but that's open to debate at the moment. So there you go, happy days. Right, so I've just gone to build base and I've picked up some of this stuff, which is a rebar. So we got 16 of those, and the idea is we're going to nail those down in our hole and hold the soil back. You need to be careful with this stuff, strap it on tight as I've done there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you've got to make sure that's on your van, otherwise it's going to end up spearing someone. Right, so we've got those bars nailed in, 3 of them so far. So that's our 12mm. Obviously if you're handling this sort of stuff, eye protection and got to wear a pair of gloves because as you can see, this stuff is mega rusty, so you don't want to get any of that in any cuts and that kind of thing, you know. But yeah, we're doing all right. I think that stuff will hold back the soil enough for us to build the inner wall, and hopefully we'll end up with a nice little filing cabinet that no one really knows about, well, apart from you lot, that is. Yeah. Right, so we've got 9 of those bars in now. Been really hard work, but we're getting there, and the hole's getting a little bit deeper. Well, I don't know what I've discovered, but in the hole we're turning out weird stuff like this, and a lot of asbestos as well, which is not very encouraging. And this thing just turned up like just some kind of a tray thing. I don't know what that is, but anyway, I've discovered a bit of a hole, and yeah, I don't know what's going on down there, but it's an old bomb shelter or something that was underneath, but maybe that air duct thing is part of it. Yeah, I really don't know. So carry on digging. Yeah, I'm not overly chuffed about all the asbestos, but I think some people around here did have asbestos garages, so hopefully it's just a few remnants of that before they cleared it away. But it's all wet, and so I don't think we're going to release any fibres. But yeah, it looks like a bit of a weird hole. And when I was nailing down the stills, let's get a shot of my steel. Yeah, that post down there, it suddenly went fairly easy to nail. So it is fairly close to that. So hopefully there's not a big hole there. Well, actually it might help me, but it does seem a bit weird. Watch this space. Well, help me out, YouTube. I've got 2 bits like that, and then down there I've got this funny hold on, let's find it. Yeah, that thing, it's like a round, well, like a fan air extraction thing, but I'm starting to find a lot of metal and stuff down there. Let's just zoom out, it's a bit unclear, isn't it? Yeah, so it's looking like a big hole under there, which is well, kind of in the right place, but yeah, I'm just wondering what's holding my patio up now. So yeah, I'll carry on excavating anyway and let you see what we got here. Right, I'm hoping it's not the end of a bomb. That's what it is. Seems to be some sort of air purification thing, but why has it ended up in my back garden? I'm just yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? It looks like a fan thing of some sort, and all these funny pipes. Yeah, okay, nothing written on it anyway. Fairly well preserved, so if anyone in the War Museum wants it. Well, it's a bit weird what the hole's turning up, because well, I've just found this, so hopefully it's not Novichok, but perfectly preserved. Look at that. So there's the hole, and there's the seemingly bigger hole under there, so I don't know what's going on here. Well, I've just turned up a load of wire and another one of those air things, look. So you can see the vents on it again. So what the hell was down here? I really don't know. Lots of modern looking cable there. I mean, that doesn't look that old really. Weird. All under my shed though. I think I'm going to join the time team, you know, because I found more in 5 minutes than Tony Robinson finds in a whole programme. I've got this mirror here now, looks like an old car mirror, but on the back it's got, what does it say? Oh, MPC, So I don't know if that means anything to anyone. I've got a fair collection of these bits. Just turn this around now. So I've got this weird thing here. So some kind of gas light fitting perhaps, or and then these air vents. I keep picking up tubes of that. So yeah, there's obviously something been down there. I think there was a shelter, but it looks a bit elaborate for a ventilation system for one of those, because I think it was just one of them Anderson shelters, you know, made out of corrugated iron. So and loads of asbestos. I mean, that is the bad side. But I'll keep digging. It's wet asbestos, so hopefully I'm not muffling up a load of stuff. You remember at one point I said the rod went really easy down through the earth. Well, there's the rod going down. There it is up there. And yeah, but yeah, a bit of a weird thing going on down there. So loads of asbestos. Sort of weird. Oh, let's get that in view. I don't know what that is. Some cylinder. It's like an odd plumbing fitting, but a bit thin, really. So hopefully I'm not digging up a bomb or something. Jesus. Right. Well, there's a bit of a. Hopefully someone's buried something really nice down here, like a vintage motorbike or something, but I really doubt it. Funny little rubber gator thing there, loads of wire. Yeah. Just really odd. So I don't know. Looks like a bit of chain there for something, like a plug hole or something. There it is. It is a plug hole. Alright, excellent. Maybe it's the remnants of someone's bathroom. Right, this is starting to not get very funny. I don't know what the hell that is, but that ain't looking good. I'm gonna clean that up and see what the hell that is. Okay, well that's it sort of cleaned up. Not a lot to go on there really. Sort of aluminium-y inside. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know what that is. Looks like the fin of a, I don't know, some sort of anti-aircraft. I don't know. I'm not very good on this wartime stuff. I'll have to look this up, but the fact that it's painted red sort of indicates danger, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something else. I don't think there are any cowboys in Welling, but that looks like the back of your kind of shoe thing. I don't know what they call them, spurs, is it? Yeehaw. Yeah, it's kind of a mess down there. I think I'm going to stop digging under there because I don't know what's down there. It looks like a load of old crud and just stuff that someone's buried and they've been renovating. Bits of bathroom and don't know what the metal is, but yeah, the deeper we're going, the more crud we're turning up, so I can do without more crap. Right, Google's an amazing thing. Now I've just looked up what this, let's get him in focus, is, and it looks like it's I don't know if you can see it, that, which is a M39 Brixia breeder mortar, and they reckon red means it was the real deal. So there you go. Right, I've got to level with you. It's getting really annoying. Every weekend it's raining, so we've had the sheeting blow in on module 1, all the stuff dropped down the hole again, and we can't do anything, so we're stuck. So take a look at that. Bloody British weather again. Looks like the Battle of the Somme out there. See, lots of little bits of asbestos down here. Dodgy stuff. I've got a different bag for that sort of stuff, so I'll take that down the dump. Right, okay, we're still digging. I've decided to go down a bit further, but if any kids are watching this, don't believe what Brian Cox tells you about the formation of the earth. I've dug down 4 feet and I've hit concrete and stones. So just to be clear, I will show you. There is clear evidence that the world is in fact made of concrete, concrete and pebbles. And you can take that to the bank. History lesson over. Right, here again is evidence that we're all lied to. Primitive man. Look at that. Metal. It's a little bit of a lock, so clearly they had tooling methods back there, you know, so whatever you think about history, it's all wrong, trust me. Right, so I've still got to dig out this end, but we really have reached the Earth's core. It's really hard down there. It's almost like there was an ocean or something. It's like bedrock with stones. It's really hard. It's not concrete. I don't know what that is, but I think 4 feet down and that's your lot. I wish I'd struck oil, but I can report there's none. Not at this depth anyway. The hills are alive with the sound of music. My very own mountain. Another beautiful day. I must admit my wife was getting a little bit worried when I was buying lots of plastic sheet and digging a big hole, but she needn't worry, it's for the man cave. So check out the hole. I've been lining it with the plastic sheeting. You wouldn't believe how much of a mess one guy can get into with a load of plastic sheet, but check it out, it's looking quite good. So there you go. I'll just turn this around so I can see what you're looking at. So those bars, I mean that one at the end I'm just going to push back. It's kind of gone a bit off target there, but it wants to sit in the corner. But there we go. So, you know, quite deep, quite a nice filing cabinet. And what I've done here is I've wrapped over these edges, you know, just so the water's not going to go down, because that is actually 4 bits of the plastic sheeting. I've just left it rolled up because it got way unmanageable when I unwrapped the roll, you know, so it's I think it's wrapped up as about 2 meters. So what I've done is just pulled a little bit more out the top. So hopefully that's going to be a bit of a barrier to the water, and once I put the stuff in the floor and then cement the floor, hopefully the water will be going away from us and not into the hole. That's the theory anyway. Okay, so we've got the hardcore in. We've just got to obviously break that up a little bit finer, and then we'll put the cement on top. Then we'll get ourselves a floor. So we'll build the blocks up after that, and job's a good one. Once again, gang, let battle commence. Right, so we've had our delivery of concrete. And last night I put some stuff down the hole just to do a test bag, if you like, see how much it covered, and the answer is not very much. So we got 12 bags there, so I'm hoping to do half of this to a reasonable depth, you know, so the steels are going to be nicely covered, nice and flat. So I'm probably going to section off half of it and load it up with cement, and then see how far we get. If I can stretch it a bit further I will do, but obviously we've got blocks going on that, so it's got to be a pretty firm base. We already know that the ground underneath is pretty damn solid, so shouldn't be a problem holding up this little wall. So if you've been watching this program, you'll know that it's about strength, agility and stupidity, and I've got all of that going on. So we're not going to mix the concrete the easy way. As usual, we're going to take the hard route. So got ourselves our little mixing bucket, our bag of cement, and we're going to do them one at a time, just to prove it can be done. Right, well I can't see you, so if anyone can invent, you know, something that stops this happening, you wear a mask, you wear your glasses, and look, I can't see well I can see out of that one, can't see nothing much out of there. Yeah, so if someone can go on Dragon's Den sort this out. That's a million seller. Anyway, it's best to be careful when you're mixing cement. Pretty dodgy stuff, so there you go, it's in the bucket just to show that we're doing it the hard way. And yeah, let's take these off. Yeah, so you best, when you're loading it up, just don't breathe the stuff in. Safety glasses if you can see through them. It's always best to play safe, yeah? One thing I forgot to mention, when you're mixing up cement and everything, get yourself some of these, otherwise you'll end up with hands like chopped ham, trust me. Anyway, that aside, I've been a bit of a busy bunny. 12 bags of cement later, and look what we got. So if this doesn't work out as a storage facility, I've always got the option of using it as a jacuzzi or something like that, you know, a little mini swimming pool I suppose. But yes, that's ready to go. I'm going to get at the weekend some blocks, and what we're going to do is build a block wall up there, cement blocks, and then we can start building phase 2 of the man cave. Exciting times. I do live a sheltered life. You can just see the snow forming on the top of my hill. Right, it's not the most sunny of days, but having said that, our blocks have turned up. So I've just got to get these shifted to the garden. I've gone with the lighter concrete blocks. Good exercise. So the concrete base is now fully set. Looking good, no cracking. And it looks a bit damp, but that's only because it's dripped down from the plastic cover that I've had over it just to protect it from the frost. But yeah, so hopefully over the weekend we'll have a nice wall built all the way around this, and fill behind the wall with some cement just to, you know, keep those reinforcing rods tight and to make up the gap between the, you know, the wall and the soil. And that should hold it all nice and rock solid. Right, we're blessed with another beautiful day. I mean, this is the end of September, who can believe this, you know? So long may it last, because we need it to stay with us. Anyway, just check out the hole. So that's where we're at so far. Hold on, I'll just twizzle around my thing. Yeah, so we started the block work. Obviously using up quite a bit of cement because I'm trying to make up the, I don't think the base is completely level, so I'm just making this you know, obviously level all the way around for the next course. So as we go up, we should use less cement. What I'm trying to do in the corners as we go is, oh, where are I? Yeah, trying to fill it as we go, because what you find is when you pour the concrete down there, it doesn't always get all the way down. So I'm just watering down, you know, all the leftovers sort of thing, and getting it down the edge. So theoretically we'll end up with a reinforced concrete wall behind this row of bricks as well, all the way along there. That is the plan. So I've just got to cut some slabs there, or some blocks should I say, and then that'll be the bottom course done, and then we can start building up. So I'm hoping to get the other courses done today, so then we can move on. Watch this space. Right, you see a lot of adverts on telly for over 50s funeral plans. Well, I've got the DIY version. Dig your own hole. Makes sense. Just checking it out for size. Perfect. Okay, so it's the start of October now. Weather's starting to close in on us, so we really have to do module 2 fairly quickly. Anyway, I'm clearing the garden up now. It's been quite a long haul, and as you'll see, I'll just flip that around. We're not looking too bad, so we managed to clear up a lot of that mound of earth that was there. Got our super duper bit of storage there, and hopefully today the good old shed is going to come down and end up in the skip. So I'll just show you what's occurred with the skip if I don't trip over while I'm walking backwards here. Well, it has been quite surprising to me how much stuff I actually moved, being that I'm getting on in years, but check it out, there's the load of muck in the old skip. We were going to get a 4-yard skip, but turns out that we're probably right once we get the shed on there and all that, but that's quite a bit of soil there. So I've surprised myself. That's my keep fit class for the year. Right, it's a bit of a sad day because the old shed has got to go, so we're sort of partly through taking it down, but yeah, poor old thing. So, I mean, we've done our extensions on it, as you can see, changed the shape and everything, but no, it's finally come to the time when it's got to go. We are recycling quite a bit of it because we had a lot of shelving in here, so so there you go. But a bit of history there. That's been here for what, 15 years. Yeah, end of an era. There you go. Start an exciting new one. Where the shed used to be. So we're ready for pod number 2. Yippee! Well, it's looking like a pretty good space, but the wind's getting up now, so obviously we've got to watch our lovely plastic wall there that doesn't blow in. But got to do a bit of filling around the hole just to make sure that the concreting's all done around there, and then we're ready to do the base and get on with it. Can't wait. Well, all the bits are arriving for part 2 of the man cave. So absolutely truckloads on there. Right, I just thought I'd catch up with you. We've had our delivery today. This is everything we need for pod 2. So got all that lot there, which is quite a bit. And then we've got our 11 sheets of OSB, which should be the flooring, the roofing, everything. I mean, obviously the problem being that I'm going to have to you know, cover these things up with the weather being what it is at the moment. I mean, we're in October now. As you know, we're cutting everything by hand, man versus man cave. So one good thing, I did find my my little workmate, which is well handy. So yeah, as you can see, we've just started laying the main beams. There's our massive hole, and so I'm hoping to get the floor done today and the plastic underneath it, and then maybe the back wall. I really don't know, it depends how fast I can cut this wood now. So at least I've got all my measurements to go by from the original one. There is the plans, so a little bit haphazard, but I will draw some decent ones to put online, and then you can do your very own man cave and we can have some man cave babies.